Good evening and welcome to the thorough newspaper analysis for 8th and 11th November 2022. So, we will be having one editorial article which has been taken from the Indian Express and is titled The Poverty Test, which talks about the recent 103rd constitutional amendment, that is the EWS category. Following that, we will have the news update and the legal news, which is curated by LawSikho. So, with regards to the poverty test, now the Indian Constitution mandates special reservation for those who have been subjected to historical discrimination. However, due to electoral and political aspirations of certain individuals or certain political parties, it is observed that leaders often tweak this reservation policy to benefit them. And today's article is in light of the SC's upholding of the 103rd Amendment of the Indian Constitution that was upheld in a 3:2 basis. That is, three judges went for the quota and two judges went against the quota. So, the 103rd Amendment to the Indian Constitution had the following firsts. It is the first time that the OBC, SC, and STs are not taken into consideration for like in the group of economically weaker sections. And it is also the first time the 50% ceiling of reservation, which was like the basic crux of the Indra Sahani judgment, was broken. Now, Dorai Rajan, Indra Sahani, and M.R. Balaji, three of the landmark judgments on the sole concept of reservation, are testament that Indian judiciary has never favored such an approach. To address this imbalance created, let's say, by the Virpal Singh Chauhan case in 1995 and the Ajit Singh 1999 case, regarding the catching up trend, the 85th constitutional amendment was brought into place. Now, in the case of Virpal Singh Chauhan and in the case of Ajit Singh, 1995 and 1999 respectively, what happened was that there was this concept that if like someone got a job due to reservation and there was also an unreserved category candidate who had got the job later, he would be given successive promotion so that he could catch up with the candidates who had been given jobs first because they had a reservation certificate. Now, this was not right or it was not tenable in the eyes of law. And hence, the 85th constitutional amendment was brought into place to scrap this entire procedure. The issue with this 103rd Amendment of the Indian Constitution, as has been highlighted countless times, is that the 8 lakh ceiling covers around 90% of the Indian population. Now, if you think about it, the EWS category, which is basically the talk of this article, it in order to be able to receive the benefits under this category, your the incomes strata has to be less than 8 lakhs per annum. Your residential plot also has to be less than 100 square yards or 900 square feet if it is in a notified municipality. If it is not in a notified municipality, you can like the basically the recipient can have 200 square yards if it is not a notified municipality. And in the event that the recipient does have agricultural land, the same has to be less than 5 acres. Now, statistically, when we are talking of a reservation category that has a ceiling of 8 lakh, for a country like India, it includes 90% of the Indian population, even if we do not take into consideration the division of OBC, SC, and STs. Now, the present judgment notes that introducing EWS furthers the goal of justice as enshrined in the Indian Constitution. And the justices have also stated that the court cannot put a numerical value on the ends of the reservation. However, in the dissenting arguments presented by Justice Bhatt and Justice UU Lalit, who was the Chief Justice, the 49th Chief Justice of India, they said that this was going to be another Dorai Rajan scenario all over again. and even constitutional experts feel that this will open floodgates and is the beginning of the end of affirmative action as has been seen. For the news updates today, we have the world's longest passenger train. Switzerland is now home to the world's longest passenger train. The train has 100 coaches, measures 1910 meters, and consists of 4550 seats. Secondly, we have the Haryana Forest Department and USAID launch new initiative. The Forest Department and the US Agency for International Development, that is the USAID, have launched the Trees Outside Forests in India TOFI program in Rohtak. The program will bring together farmers, companies, and other private institutions to rapidly expand tree coverage outside traditional forests in the state. Thirdly, we have the 2022 Asian Team Championships. The Indian men's squash team clinches first ever gold at Asian Squash Team Championships and defeats Kuwait in the final in straight sets in Cheongju, South Korea. Saurav Ghoshal and Ramit Tandon win their games in final to dole out a 2-0 defeat to Kuwait. Fourthly, we have the National Cancer Awareness Day. National Cancer Awareness Day is observed on 7th November for the last 8 years, coinciding with the birth anniversary of Nobel Prize winning scientist Madame Curie. The theme for this year is Together We Can Fight Cancer. So here we will ask a question that is, and if you know it, please answer the question in the YouTube comment section. The question is, how many Nobel Prizes did Madame Curie win? Madame Marie Curie win. So I'll repeat the question once again. How many Nobel Prizes did Madame Marie Curie win? For the fifth news update today, we have over 25 countries pledged to end deforestation by 2030. More than 25 countries at COP27 launched a group to hold each other accountable for a pledge to end deforestation by 2030. They also announced billions of dollars in additional financing for the effort. Sixth, we have GSMA appoints deputy chair. The GSMA, a global organization that represents mobile networks operators worldwide, elected Gopal Vittal, CEO of Bharti Airtel, as deputy chair among the newly elected members for a 2-year term beginning January 1st, 2023. Seventh, we have the first state to introduce uniform gold price. Kerala becomes the first state in India to launch uniform gold prices based on the bank rate. The decision to introduce a uniform price on 916 purity 22 carat gold has been taken at a meeting between officials of Malabar Gold and Diamonds and key members of the All Kerala Gold and Silver Merchants Association. For the eighth news update today, we have Ujjain to get world's first Vedic clock. Madhya Pradesh Education Minister Mohan Yadav laid the foundation stone on the world's first Vedic clock at the 300-year-old Jivaji Observatory in Ujjain, Madhya Pradesh. The Jivaji Observatory was constructed by Maharaja Sawai Raja Jai Singh of Jaipur in 1719. With this, we move on to the legal updates for today. Firstly, we have PMLA prosecution cannot continue if accused is discharged from the scheduled offence. The SC in the case of Indrani Patnaik versus Enforcement Directorate reiterated that the prosecution under the Prevention of Money Laundering Act cannot continue if the accused is discharged from the scheduled offence. Secondly, we have the High Court of Delhi in the case of Bell Finvest India Limited versus AU Small Finance Bank Limited recently held that a borrower, which also happens to be a financial institution, cannot resort to arbitration provided under Section 11 of the SARFAESI Act. The remedy is only available for inter se disputes between financial institutions. And thirdly, we have Section 145 and 146 of CRPC proceedings must come to an end once civil court is seized of the matter. Now, the SC in the case of Muhammad Abid versus Ravi Naresh observed that the proceedings under Section 145 and 146 of CRPC must come to an end once the civil court is seized of the matter. The inter se rights of the parties regarding title or possession are eventually to be determined by the civil court. The bench of justice is held. So with this, we come to an end to the thorough newspaper analysis for today. For free study materials and TNA PDF slides, please join our Telegram channel, the link of which you can find in the description. But you can also scan the barcode that is given on your screen. It is also in this Telegram channel that you will receive a Google form at 8 a.m. every morning, which shall be basically a revision quiz for the thorough newspaper analysis that goes out the previous day. For any further information, please feel free to visit www.lawsikho.com. Thank you.